Hi and welcome to Cosmic Consciousness with Cassia. On this channel we discuss all aspects of the ascension process. I have a variety of services that I offer to assist in your awakening journey, and you can find those listed in the description box below. Today we're going to be doing the daily reading for Friday, October 16, 2020, and today is a day that's ruled by the solar plexus chakra and guided by birth. It is also the new moon in Libra today, so if you guys haven't checked out that video yet, I definitely suggest that you do if you want to get more of an understanding of the energies that we are dealing with today. The galactic signature of the day is the red rhythmic dragon, and so the red dragon energy is the energy of birth, being, and nurturing. And so today is a day where we really want to pay attention to how it is that we're nurturing others and ourselves. Right? And the understanding that when we nurture ourselves, we're also in turn nurturing others because we are all connected. And so we want to look and we want to find that balance today. The rhythmic tone is all about finding balance, finding rhythm, being in sync with the natural rhythms of the earth and of our own bodies, right? And so really paying attention to that day. What is my body calling me to do? What is the rhythm of my body, and how can I follow that? And how can I balance that? And how then in turn do I have the energy to not only nurture myself but also nurture others? And really knowing that difference is something that we've been learning a lot lately. That process, that balance, right? And Libra is all about balance. This new moon is all about balance. So this energy goes perfectly with this new moon energy. What is that balance of taking care of you, but first and foremost, taking care of me, right? Nurturing me as well as nurturing others, and the importance of putting me first. We've really been getting into this lately. This is a day where we really want to celebrate and just fall into that rhythm of just being, right? That state where we exist, where we are, and where that is enough. And really sinking into what it feels like to be, to exist in this moment, in this flesh, right? And this energy of birthing is here as well. So this is the energy of creating, of bringing things into form. And so this is a day where we can create, but we want to create from that place of being, from that place of fullness and that place of being fully nurtured as well. And yeah, so that pretty much sums it up as far as that goes. This is definitely energy that we can take advantage of, this galactic energy today, because this new moon is incredibly dynamic. If you guys watch that video, you'll see what I mean. We've had these super intense astrological configurations happening throughout the week, and the energy is reaching its peak today. Although I think for some of us, I guess I'm just speaking from my own personal experience right now, the energy has been so intense all week that it's almost like at this point, I'm just like kind of sinking into it, you know, like I'm feeling definitely a little bit wanting to nurture myself, needing to nurture myself, understanding that. And as I've been talking about this and thinking over like what's going on in my day and the things that I want to get done today, I'm speaking these words about the natural rhythms of our body, and I'm like, oh, my natural rhythm is calling for a nap right now, I think. So if it's possible, do whatever it is that your body is calling to you to do. Really pay attention and tap into those natural rhythms and just go with the flow of today. Today, new moons are a great time for setting intentions. So if we can anchor into that place of being, right? We can, and that space of being totally present. We can manifest and create from that space. We don't want to be manifesting and creating and setting intentions out of fear or anger or any of these heavier emotions. So if that's what you're experiencing today, then just work through that, allow that, right? Purge that, and don't worry about the rest of it. We want to be really cognizant of other people today as well, right? That's how we nurture others. Sometimes it's not an action so much as it is just an understanding and an allowance of letting people be where they're at and have their own journey and their own experience with these energies, and to not get pulled into debates and arguments and anyone else's purging process as they are releasing, right? We can allow them to do that with love without getting pulled into the thick of it, I guess, is really what I want to say about that. And now we're going to jump into the cards and just see what the cards have to say. We're going to start out with the Moonology deck. Clear. and see what the Moonology deck has to say for this new moon in Libra, October 16th, 2020. Friday, October 16th, 2020. We had some really interesting messages come out yesterday. If you guys didn't see the daily reading for yesterday, it was very fascinating. Very fascinating indeed. And so first card out for today is look at the bigger picture. New moon in Sagittarius. Yes, there is a lot of fiery energy in the air today. This is a new moon in an air sign, right? Libra's an air sign ruled by Venus, so partnerships and things like that. Maybe coming up. Venus is also about luxury, pleasure, beauty. So really surrounding ourselves with the things that make us feel beautiful today, with the things that really, here we go with the what's the word game, that bring that sense of reverence within us, right? We want to, that's a way to work with the energy today as well as the balancing. But we're going to want to look at the bigger picture in all aspects. So all of these situations that are coming up, as we talked about with people purging these energies, all of this stuff, look at the bigger picture. Don't get caught up with the drama, with the small things. This is also look at the bigger picture when it comes to what's triggering us, when it comes to what we are experiencing. What is the larger story? What is the context behind that, right? If we can really, this is a time this month with this Mercury retrograde in Scorpio, which kicked off on the 14th, right? We're being asked to go deeper. We're being asked to look at the big picture. If something is coming up, when have I felt this before? When was the first time I felt this, right? Like what was going on? Really getting to the root of all of these patterns, of all of these triggers, of whatever circumstances are happening in our lives, to see that from a higher spiritual perspective. Like a lot of people get this confused. And when they see things from a spiritual perspective, they think that means like this kumbaya kind of state of like everything's good, and in a way everything is good, but not at the but that doesn't mean don't look deeper into things, right? When we're looking from a spiritual context, sometimes that can feel kind of cold because we're looking beyond the schema of human emotion, right? We're looking at things deeper. We're looking at the grander orchestration of things, right? Like the title of, I think it was yesterday's video, bringing that up again, was there are no victims. There are only teachers and students. So moving out of that victim mentality is huge right now. Understanding that everything is divinely orchestrated. People come in to teach us lessons, to help us to grow and to evolve. And that looks like all different sorts of things. And when we're looking at that bigger picture, we really want to understand that stuff when it comes to the people and the situations that we're dealing with, as well as what they may or may not be mirroring back to us. I'm not necessarily someone who believes every single person and situation is a mirror, right? I believe there's a lot of different factors at play, but a lot of it is, right? Especially in this year of 2020 where we have these mirroring numbers, right? 2020. It's very much that energy, like we are being shown a very accurate reflection of our vibration. And so if that is happening, we want to look at the bigger picture. We want to understand why. We don't want to waste our time feeling upset or resentful or frustrated. That's not helpful. It's just looking at things with curiosity, with that detached viewpoint, right? The spiritual viewpoint is the detached viewpoint. And that's what I mean by sometimes it can feel cold. Like it's not necessarily all just like everything is love and light, right? And so there's some nitty gritty involved in this spiritual work too, I guess is the point I was trying to make with that maybe. Yeah. So look at the big picture. Very sound advice. Ooh, and then we have a new romantic cycle begins. And this is the new moon in Libra card for the new moon in Libra. Beautiful. So for some of us, we are, as we've been closing out these old cycles. And when we talk about closing out old cycles, it doesn't necessarily mean, right, if we are in a relationship, it doesn't necessarily mean that we're ending that relationship. Sometimes it does. Sometimes it means that we were able to work through what needed to be worked through. And this typically is within ourselves, right? People are an outer reflection or barometer of what's going on within ourselves, the way that we interact in relationships. So if we're able to really do that work on ourselves and our partner is able and willing to do that too, and we are able to shift that energy, then that can be a new cycle with the same person. And for some of us, it's a brand new person, but it's a new cycle regardless. The energy is different. It feels different. We're experiencing it differently because we have been able to do this work. If we have been able to do the work, this is what's then available to us. And if we haven't, then this is a like good motivation, right? Yeah. And so part of this new romantic cycle is being able to look at the bigger picture. When it comes to like, what is this person teaching me? What is this person reflecting that needs to be healed within me, right? Our ability to bring things back to ourselves, our ability to not play the victim in relationships, right? Our ability to compromise, like, right? Libra is all about compromise, but compromise without compromising ourselves. We talk about this a lot. Like, there's a lot of, as we're able to take this higher viewpoint of our relationships and really internalize the lessons and make the changes and the growth that's necessary, a new cycle begins around that. And then we have nothing will come of this situation. And so this is like excessive fear and worry is not helpful right now, and it is not going to, it's not going to do anything beneficial for us. That's what I always, with this Void of Course Moon card, that's what I'm always feeling when that card comes out. And it's also, yeah, the Void of Course Moon energy I'm feeling strongly. Just this energy of feeling kind of like we're drifting aimlessly a little bit today. And we may have felt this to some extent all week. And we're definitely feeling this. It's like we're kind of in this null spot right now, right? In this kind of void. And it can be a bit of a tricky energy to navigate. But if this is just telling us to take that time back, to take that step back, like whatever it is that needs to be done, like it doesn't necessarily have to be done today. Today, I mean, some things do, right? If we're going to get all technical about it. But for a lot of things, it's like today is one of those days with all of this intense energy where if you can put it off until tomorrow, go ahead and do that if you need to, right? And don't worry excessively. If you are getting yourself kicked up into a frenzy about something, release those worries, at least for today, right? This is powerful energy. We don't want to be bringing those stresses and those anxieties. We don't want to be unintentionally manifesting that and creating that with these energies today, right? So just relax about that stuff. Relax about that stuff. Whatever it is that is really stressing you out and causing you anxiety, if it's stressing you out and causing you anxiety today, then just put it on the back burner for today. And understand nothing will come of this situation. Whatever it is that you're worrying about, it is not going to be the catastrophe that you think it's going to be. Just take that time to breathe. And then, yes, see, we have faith in your dreams. Don't allow yourselves to become discouraged. Surrender to the divine. And meditate and contemplate. Right? So that's that breathing out. That's that taking that time, right? Taking that step back. Today is a big day about surrendering, about releasing control, right? Which is interesting when we're in a new moon energy, which is about intention setting. But at the same time, it's like we want to set intentions for the highest and best outcome available, right? And we want to, we want to set those intentions, but we don't want to attach onto them and try to overly control the situation. Like some things are beyond our control right now even. And so we're being instructed to stop worrying about it, to surrender it, to turn it over to spirit, and then to meditate and contemplate. If you have questions today, instead of trying to take action when you don't have all the answers or you're not really sure what to do, sit back, surrender, meditate, and contemplate. Ask the questions, ask your guides, ask your angels, ask spirit, creator, right? And then relax and meditate and contemplate and wait for those answers to come. Today's a day about being receptive. There's a heavy energy about being receptive. And I think this was the new moon video where the calling on our divine feminine came in, right? And that is that receptivity energy. Really bringing that in right now and continuing to have faith in your dreams. Don't allow these fears and worries. I feel like some of you are worrying about relationships. Some of you are worrying about your dreams, your ambitions, your future. Don't worry about any of that stuff today. Surrender all of that. Let all of that go. Trust that it's going to work out in perfect timing exactly as it's meant to. And just Take some time out, take some time to meditate, take some time to contemplate, take some time to anchor into yourself, right? That energy of being, right? That's the energy that we're working towards today, that red dragon energy of being, of nurturing, right? Of birthing. But I feel like in this case there's like all different stages to the birthing process too, right? The birth is the final stage, but there's all the time that the baby's in the womb too. And so like if you're not quite ready, if your baby is not quite at term yet, don't force it out. Let it stay there. Continue to nurture it, right? It's a weird analogy, but that's what I wanted to give. And on the back we have don't let your past hold you back, South Node. So this is a day of releasing all of those, and not just a day, right? It's been a year of it, really. But releasing all of those fears and that stuff that's been holding you back. And this was on the bottom of the deck. I noticed it first when we were talking about the relationship stuff, right? But this is for anything and everything. It's like we're really beginning to see, right? Like we talked about, like going back to when was the first time I felt this, right? Like really identifying that a lot of the things that we're experiencing don't even come from this moment right now. They come from moments in the past. It's so much bigger and so much deeper than just what's going on right now. Is just a mirror and a trigger to get us to look deeper and to really understand where things started. That's what we're doing right now. We're pulling things out by the roots, right? We want to find the root, and we want to, because otherwise if we just trim it, it's going to keep growing. And this is not a time for that. We are, as we move towards December 21st, which is going to be huge. I'm probably going to be getting that video on the conjunction of Saturn and Jupiter out on the 21st, out much sooner than December, because like what's going on here is so important and everybody needs to know and be aware. This is the moment, right? The moment that we've all been waiting for, as the energies on this planet are lifted up, and we are lifted up fully into that new vibration. It's that choice point is getting closer and closer. Do I choose fear or love, right? Every time you choose fear, you have the ability to choose love in the next moment. And that is an ongoing process. So just practicing choosing love as often as we can. And don't let hold back past situations, past resentments, past hurt, past pain hold you back. You can be freed from this. If you would like assistance with this, please reach out to me. I'm still doing my Belvaspata special until the end of the month. And then under that, we have worked through your fears too. Yeah. Work through those fears. Figure out where the root of that is and pull that out, right? We do not need that anymore. Yeah. That Belvaspata special, $77.77 to $99.99 sliding scale. Whatever it is that you can afford, I really encourage people to take me up on that offer. I offer other things as well, personal readings. You can find that all listed in the description box below. I am going to leave those out. Actually, as we pull, I want to pull an Isis card for you guys. Isis Oracle card. All right, let's see what Isis has to say. What is her guidance for Friday, October 16, 2020? Friday, October 16, 2020. The past is past. Leave it there. Right? All right. We have the ancient power mysteries. Hear the rattle of Isis playing. And I love the rattle, right, with the music and stuff, because we have that rhythmic tone today. And one of the ways, and this is, when we talk about rhythmic, we are talking about music as well, the rhythms, right? And so one way to really connect in with the tone of today and the energy of today is with music. So I love that this sound frequency, right? When we're talking about music, whenever I say music, this is what I mean, sound and frequency. The rattle of Isis, the sistrum, is playing in the hand of the goddess now. Can you sense it with your inner hearing? Its vibration reaches through your crown chakra and enters your body, initiating you into greater ancient power mysteries of sound, creativity, and healing. This is a time when words and music will become increasingly important on your spiritual path and healing journey. When the Lady Isis initiates a beloved into her ancient mysteries, life can become quite interesting, right? You can say that again. An initiate of Isis does not just learn new ideas as a student, but is thrown into the experience of the mysteries in real day-to-day living, so that they may be truly mastered in our lives and then utilized in service to help the lives of others too, so that one day all beings will be healed and whole according to the will of the divine feminine. Oh, I love this, right? Our day-to-day lives, right? These are our training grounds. The rattle of Isis initiates us into the mysteries of sound healing and creation through vibration. If we listen carefully with our inner ear, we can hear the sounds of the universe alive. We can sense and hear with our inner ear the movements of planets, the beating of the heart of Mother Earth, and the music of the goddess, guiding us through sound, helping our souls to dance and move and our lives to heal. You are guided to use words that reflect the experience you would like to create in your life. Very important. It may involve shifting how you speak. For example, rather than focusing on struggle or what is not working, focusing on the signs of life and healing that you experience. This may also include using chant, incantation, and prayer. It may also involve singing or playing a musical instrument, or using sound for healing through the voice or another instrument such as crystal bowls, rattles, keyboard or string or wood instruments, and letting the sound move you. You may use this healing for yourself, but if you are a healer, this oracle can guide you to explore this in your healing with others. This oracle guides you to honor the power of your voice, whether through spoken or sung words, and in what you write, speak about, or stand for symbolically also. You have a potentially very powerfully healing voice, and you are guided to recognize the responsibility that you have for what you proclaim through your voice. I just got chills. You have a potentially powerfully healing voice, and you are guided to recognize the responsibility that you have for what you proclaim through your voice. Is it acknowledgement of freedom, respect, and love for others? Do you use your powerful speech with wisdom and kindness? In order to help you master the ancient mysteries of the sistrum, use your beautiful voice with spiritual responsibility and wisdom. You also need to acknowledge when you have used your power to manipulate others, to get your own way, or failed to be respectful. Forgive yourself aloud. Ask for forgiveness, in person or spiritually, if doing so in person is not possible or appropriate. Often initiates don't realize where they are not conscious until thrown into initiation, which helps us become more aware and grow. That's that mirror energy. It can be confronting to become aware of issues that need healing within us that we had no prior awareness of, and it can be tempting to criticize or judge ourselves. Choose not to do so. Remember, judgment blocks vibration. Be kind to yourself. We are all learning. Allow Lady Isis to help you find your way through the wise use of the power of sound. What you will learn through the initiation of the sistrum is an understanding that your words are powerful and create resonances. You will become able to create divine sound through music and speech for clearing, creating, and manifestation. As you do so, your power to generate consciously cultivated higher frequencies will grow, and you will feel more masterful in managing your moods and the energy of your environment. You can manage karmic responsibility for what you create through the spiritual intention to be of service and healing. Then all will benefit from your growth. Remember, just as your body may naturally wish to dance when you hear a wonderful piece of music with your physical ears, so too when the inner ear of the soul hears the cosmic tune of the Divine Mother, urging growth, healing, and greater joy, the soul wishes to move and our lives change. If this is happening for you already and you are feeling the onset of perhaps quite deep upheaval and change, know that it is part of your initiation into the ancient power mysteries and your soul is dancing. Trust in the flow. Work with your words to bring yourself into alignment with your soul, remembering that the soul resonates with love, bliss, abundance, peace, joy, and connection with all that is. Focus on these kinds of energies, and your words will help you align with your soul and genuinely feel the peace beneath the changes you are experiencing in your life. I love it. That's so beautiful. So really, as we're talking about, this is a powerful day for intention, right? For manifesting this month, this year, right? As the energies on the earth increase, our manifestations increase more quickly. As our spiritual power increases, so does the power of our words, of our thoughts. So we really want to be cognizant of that, and we want to speak only that which we truly mean, right? We want to speak truth, and we want to speak with integrity. And so we're really being called into that. We're being called to look at the way we speak, both out loud and to ourselves, right? And to really fine tune that and understand even if you only do that, how powerful that can be and the kind of change that creates. And I just love this because we talk about dancing to the rhythm of the universe, right? And our soul song and all of that. So I love how this kind of goes into that, right? It's like our soul hears the changing frequencies and our souls are dancing and they're trying to move us with them. So allow yourself to be moved, basically, is the message there. And then we have the Lady of the Stars, the Priestess of Sirius on the bottom of the deck, which I also love. This hasn't come up since. I think this came up during the 8/8 portal video, the Lady of the Stars card. Yes, something significant is taking place right now. Deep soul awakening, spiritual gifts, and a high capacity for divine service. I love it. Calling on Sirius, right? Calling that Syrian light in order to free us, in order to help us to continue to evolve and to grow. Yes, receiving that high vibrational love from Sirius that is pouring in for us again today is what I'm feeling. What I'm feeling for that. Yeah. Yep. Enhancing. It's an enhancing card as well. So really enhancing the power of this. Our words are so powerful right now, you guys. The way we think, the way we speak, more than anything else. And the frequencies that we surround ourselves with are so absolutely perfect. Yeah. And what do I want to read from this? This is jumping out to me. If you have been questioning your evolution, starting to wonder if you are really just at the beginning of the path or not really in initiation at all, then this card is a divine acknowledgement of the power, light, and evolution of your soul vibration, that there is refinement and advancement there. This is not grandiose. In fact, one way to know whether this guidance is genuinely for you is that you will feel peaceful and humble within as you receive this guidance. You will feel gently validated and affirmed within, not puffed up with false pride or ego. You will feel inspired and uplifted to continue with your inner work, not in need of telling others how advanced you are spiritually. If you feel inflated or better than others in any way, this is not the guidance for you, at least at this time. Instead, the guidance for you is to realize that you are beautiful, you are worthy, and the part of you that is comparing yourself to others, hoping to find that you are better, is suffering from an emptiness within that doesn't know that you are beautiful and worthy. It is wise to spend some time filling that inner emptiness with your own acknowledgement of your own worth than trying to trump others. Better to go inside the emptiness until you find the seed of love and light within than to seek external appearances to make you heal. The latter just won't work. But yeah, I take this for a lot of people as acknowledgement. If you've been doubting yourself, there is that acknowledgement for you. And then Divine Destiny, Path of the Divine Warrior. We are walking down our path of divine destiny right now, right? This is just more confirmation of that and the healing of the divine masculine, right? We're feeling that energy coming through very strongly with this second half of 2020 right now. Yes. Yes. It's so easy to get caught up in these cards because they're so amazing. The Divine Warrior guides you to your divine destiny. The Divine Warrior energy exists within men and women as the inner propulsion to continue with a worthy path even during times of difficulty. When faced with a challenge, a true warrior will summon more of him or herself to the cause. It might be more wisdom, focus, intelligence, and surrender into the divine. The warrior within has great inner resourcefulness and determination. This part of you will lead you to spiritual success. And this is it, right? The challenges as we go through this initiation process, right? We have, right? The sun and the moon conjunct opposing Mars conjunct Eris, the masculine and the feminine warrior planets, right? This is the activation, this Mars and Aries transit of our inner warrior. And so this is that inner warrior, right? And this is that healing of the divine masculine, as the masculine and the feminine come into union as divine warriors, right? As two counterparts in this energy, in this beautiful, incredible, glorious spiritual battle, right? And I don't mean battle in a negative way. Because really, when we sink into the love in our hearts, it's not a battle anymore, right? It doesn't have to be a fight. The fight is the resistance to the love. But yeah, yep, I love it. All right, we're going to call it for today. I love and appreciate each and every single one of you. Yep, and then under that, Temple of the Black Obsidian, that's that shadow work, right? Really delving deep into that. We talked about in the reading yesterday too, the power of black crystals right now. That was really coming through very strongly for people to be playing with and utilizing darker grounding stones, especially those black crystals. So black obsidian coming through today. But yeah, there are links down below to donate. If you'd like to donate to my channel, donations are very much appreciated. There's also my email down below and a description of the different services that I offer. Please reach out to those if you would like some assistance. If you like this video, give it a like, share, subscribe. You guys know the drill. It helps the channel so much. Drop a comment if this resonated. Let me know how your day is going. You know, I love to hear from each and every single one of you. As I always say, I love you. I appreciate you so very, very much. Have an incredible new moon. Nurture yourself. Take care of yourself, right? Follow those natural rhythms, the natural rhythm and flow of your body and what it is calling you to do. And be very, very mindful of those words today and every day. I'll talk to you guys later.